What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video on the channel.
That's why I asked or call, because if you use base gas and we try to tune, it's not going to allow us. We won't get accurate readings.
Bam! Got you guys duct taped to the dash. The new mount I got for this, it doesn't do a thing. Today's episode is going to be a complete review on my 2015 Subaru WRX. If the camera moves around, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't have a mount. It's on a piece of duct tape, so I'm praying that it just holds. The reason I want to do this review is before I get too many modifications on the car, I want to have like a baseline review for you guys. It's basically stock. I mean, I have an exhaust and an air intake and a ProTune. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you'll see that my ProTune sucks. My last guy was complete butt cheeks. And that was the phone call from the new tuner. He seems like he knows his stuff. I guess we'll find out. I'll keep you guys posted. Let's just start off with the first impressions of the car. So when I first test drove a WRX, I think it was a 2012, way back when, I was very less than impressed. The reason I test drove it was because I took a ride in my buddy's Evo, which had 400 wheel horsepower, and I had a blast. So I thought, I can't afford an Evo and an STI, but let me try to get a WRX. I looked at the 2012s, I was just less than impressed with everything. The power, the handling, just all around. And I actually didn't even enjoy the body style. This just kind of fell into my lap. Like, I was looking for a WRX again. I really liked the 15 plus models. Mine is a 2015, so I really enjoyed it. And I thought, let me give it another shot. Between the time I test drove the 2012 and bought mine, I rode it, can't remember the year, but it was a Bug-Eye WRX, my buddy's, and it also had 400 wheel horsepower, just like my buddy's Evo, and that thing was so that's what made me think, you know what, let me try the WRX again. But if I buy it, it's not because of what it is already, it's because of what it can be. And that's kind of why I bought this car. Not because of what it is, because honestly, stock, what it is it's nothing, like I said, impressive to me. I do love the car. Subarus are really reliable, and you'll see they hold their value really, really well. Until you start modifying, of course, then cars get squirrely. This car is fun, but it could be more fun. That's exactly why I bought it, because I knew how much fun it could be. When you buy the stock WRX, I do think it is fun. It's very like torquey and jumpy. However, when I did get the cold air intake from Cobb and I tuned it, it felt more smooth. Like the power band was more smooth, it shifts more smooth, it just runs better. Like from factory, it runs good, but it's kind of like, I guess, jumpy is what you'd say. Also, in Subarus, you'll notice you like have to, the clutch, you have to like, it doesn't release to the very end. Like I've driven my buddy's Civic Si and another friend's Ford RS. Those, you could just, and a Mazda Speed 3. I mean, you could just throw the clutch out and it's just gonna catch and go, no problems. And it catches at the very beginning. Even though I've never owned, I owned an automatic for 1 year. The rest of the time I've been driving, I've only owned manuals. So, as far as gas mileage, just in case you're watching because you want to know about that, it starts out at like the city, I would say when your stop go, it's like 22. But like, say I drive from Santa Maria to LA or Lompoc to LA. So for those of you not around here, a 3-hour drive. Say I do that, then I normally get 30 miles to the gallon. And that's after I've done the tune and everything like that, which is pretty impressive, honestly. As far as the power is concerned, I mean, you get 265 to the crank, I believe, so that's going to be like 215 or 200 to the wheels. It's not terrible, but it's not exactly great for the price you pay. I mean, I guess I paid $18 for this, just full disclosure. I mean, it is a base model, nothing crazy, because I don't like all the extra stuff. But comparing this to the Evolution 10 that I've also test driven, the Evo 10 stock is way more fun. Now it's also $10,000–$15,000 more, but it is a lot more fun off the lot. However, the interior feels very rinky-dink. Feels like Ronald McDonald's Happy Meal toy in there. Like, the power out of the box for a Subaru is pretty good. The torque, same, you know. But like I said, for me, it wasn't about what it can do stock. It's about what it can do after, and the market for it, and the kind of like the culture of having a WRX and things like that. It's definitely cool when you, well, at first it was weird to me when you pass someone with a WRX, you notice that they wave. I've never owned a car where every time you pass the same car as you wave, but that's a Subaru thing to do. If you were going to buy a WRX to do nothing with it, then I think at the very least, it's a great looking car. It's fun to drive. You're gonna have a blast driving it. And there's nothing to hate about it. It's gonna be reliable for you. It's gonna look cool. It's gonna go, you know, decently fast. You're gonna have a good time in it. I mean, there's really no cons. If you have that mindset going in, perfect. But if you have the mindset going in that you want it to be fast and, you know, like the Fast and the Furious vibe, like, it's not that. That is not this car. But you can make it this car. That's kind of, so it really depends. I mean, it depends on what you're into, what you're looking for. But I think if you're looking for it to be a super fast car off the lot, you're going to be disappointed. That's the point I'm trying to convey. Overall, it's a great car. I love it. Mine has 52,000 miles. I bought it with about 37,000 miles. And I mean, all I've done to it is spark plugs at 50,000, change the oil, change the tires, you know. I mean, I've made the modifications if you guys have seen on my channel. Other than that, I mean, this is a great car. And for a base model, like, this is what I love. I really am trying to think of a con, and I can't. Especially if you can't afford the STI, but you want something like it. Once I get my intercooler put on, and I get that tuned, my WRX, for probably $10,000 less, is going to be faster than the stock STI. Now, yes, I'm trying to catch up to stock, but however, had I spent 35 instead of 18, I'm ahead of the game. If power is your game, does that make sense? If it's not, then I'm behind. Because from what I've researched, what makes the STI $15,000 about more expensive is the fact that it has Brembo brakes and then the suspension that it has. If I were to get Brembo brakes on this, it would cost me thousands. To summarize, it's all in what you're looking for. If you're looking for a car to tune and make it fast and fun, I think this is a great car. I think it's awesome, especially if you're like I said, especially if you can't reach that STI price point. You can get a WRX and put $15,000 worth of mods in it, and it'll be way better than any stock STI, in my opinion. But do I think you would be disappointed getting the stock WRX and leaving it stock? By no means. I know this isn't your traditional review because, I don't know, it's not all scientific and I'm not comparing. But what's kind of crazy about the WRX is it's kind of in a market of its own if you think about it. Because like the Golf R would compete with the STI, and the STI would compete with the Ford Focus. Is it the ST or the RS? And then, you know, all those would compete with the Evolution 10, which is now done. The WRX, I can't think of what it competes against. So it's kind of cool because it's like, this is a car that's way more affordable than all those that I just listed. And you can still modify them and they still can make great power and you can have a great time. Like I said, my buddy's WRX that made 400 horsepower was 10 times more fun than my buddy's Evolution 10 that made 400. So the good thing about these cars is they are all-wheel drive. So when you're putting that much power to all four wheels as opposed to the rear wheels or your front wheels, I mean, it's a game changer. And not only that, but it's like you could buy this car and you could have it for life. I mean, think about it. Where can you not drive an all-wheel drive car? And then with 4 doors, you can even have a family. You can't go wrong with it. Especially the older hatches. I mean, those are just insane. You get even more trunk space and room. I hope this can answer some of your guys' questions. If there was any doubts about the WRX, I hope I cleared them up. Is it a bad car to buy? Absolutely not. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. Like I said, what would you get instead of a WRX for the same price point? What kind of car could you get that actually is modifiable for the same price point? I don't know. That's gonna be it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more content just like this. Don't forget, in the next coming weeks, I got a big project coming in. I just ordered the parts tonight. You saw I was on the phone with my tuner, so I got something in the works for you guys, and that's gonna be coming up very, very shortly. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.